welcome Instagram, welcome YouTube. We're live. We're gonna go through number one, anxiety reducing sleep aid, opposite, interior hip circles. Can I roll a quarter on my belly? So we will try that in a little bit together. So if you have a quarter nearby, get a quarter. I'm gonna expect you to try that with me because I'm not gonna look like crazy by myself. Tips on choreography, so how I choreograph, how I set my classes, things like that, breath work, strengthening, and more. So if you asked, now I am responding. So thank you guys for joining me. What's up? Hey, how's it going? This is the first time I'm doing this. I think my lighting is much better. Yes? Okay, cool. So Nick Widmer from New York, NF Widmer, if you want to follow him on Instagram, friend of mine. He says, what's a good dance move to learn in my kitchen during a pandemic? Well, Nick, we are clearly in a pandemic right now, so making the best of it. I'm gonna give you two moves. These are two of my favorite moves. So a shoulder shimmy. So you can shoulder shimmy in your kitchen, everywhere you go. And then my second favorite, since I'm obsessed with cooking, and Emeril Lagasse has been my childhood favorite. So this one is for you, Emeril Lagasse. Anytime you're adding salt or pepper, you just go, bam, bam. So yeah, that's my move. You can shimmy with your family because it'll make you laugh, or you take your salt and your pepper, and as you toss it on your dish, bam. So that's a hip bump. All right, question number 2. David Tripler from Los Angeles. What's up, David? Why are you at the beach and not home? Okay, fair question. This is my second home. I have my family here with me. About exactly a week ago, I left New York because I didn't want to be stuck in my tiny little apartment. Every single one of my jobs have been canceled. So yeah, I left, right? I got to leave, which is good. So if you're in New York, I hope you're staying safe. Cook, eat, dance, do all the things. So David, that's why I'm at the beach. I am staying safe. We are quarantining also. And yeah, all right. Apocalypse. Apocalypse has been commenting on my things for years. Thanks, dude. You're awesome. Appreciate the support. What is your ring size? Are you asking me to marry me? I think my ring size is a 4, maybe? 4.5? Okay. Diana Gilek, so at Dixie Mochi from Los Angeles. She says, how do you deal with stress, anxiety, having your own self-run business? Do you even sleep? That's a good question. And then this kind of question was like part of it. I felt like this is from I'm Vadbihav88. I don't know your real name, I'm sorry. From India. He says, how do I manage work, events, classes, how my day passes? Okay, so I'm a pretty high anxious person. I've always had trouble sleeping at night. I tend to have more energy at night than I do in the mornings, and I think that's maybe because I teach dance at night usually. So my number one remedy is CBD. Yes, I love to cook and dance. That obviously helps anxiety, but for me, when I need to go to sleep at night, cooking and dancing is what keeps me awake till 2 o'clock in the morning, so that's not the best sleep remedy. CBD oil has been my savior. My dad is a physician. This is what he recommended to me, and I didn't really notice how big of a role this was playing in my life in a positive way until the last 5 days. So when I left New York, I didn't have it with me, and I've had nightmares, and I haven't slept, or I didn't sleep. The last 2 nights I've had amazing sleep, but for 5 days straight, I had ridiculous nightmares and anxiety when I woke up every single day. So now that I'm here in New York, my dad had some here for me, which was great. What I use specifically is 100% pure, highly tested. It's an organic CBD oil. It's created, it's specifically farmed, veteran farmed, It's called On Duty CBD, I think. So this is what I use. Yeah, ondutycbd.com. I definitely stress myself out with my business on all ends, physically, mentally, and emotionally. So this has worked best for me. And yeah, I called them last night actually, because when I got this question, I was like, okay, so how can I share that I take CBD with my followers? It's legal. There's some that has THC in it, but the dosage is so low that it's non-detectable, and there's some that doesn't. So I take the pure oil, THC-free, and they gave me a discount code. So if you use JBellyBurn, you get 10% off and free shipping. That's kind of great. So CBD right now is coming from all different places, and it's not tested, and you have no idea what's in it. So this is a brand that I actually trust. It's created on the Kentucky University campus. So that's CBD, ondutycbd.com. Yeah, I'll put it in the description box below if you're interested. I think you should read up and study it for yourself. This is kind of a crazy time, and everyone's anxious, and things are going on.
Do they ship to Canada or the US only?
Do they ship to Canada? Can you direct message me if you're asking if they ship to Canada? Direct message me and I'll send you the link and I'll see, but I think so. I know US, it's allowed in almost all the states right now, so I have to look at that. Yeah, so we can ship, it can be shipped out tomorrow to you. I talked to them last night. They are ready to ship it out and help you. It's been, I can't even tell you how much it's helped me. Uninterrupted sleep, I wake up at ease and calm. I don't take it during the day that often, but when I have like a lot of muscle joints and pain from teaching, dancing, my weeks are very different. So if I'm working a lot, I'll take it, I notice I take it a little bit more often versus if I'm not. I have one of the droppers in front of me. This is a 750 milligram and it's pure. So I love that it's veteran farmed, giving amazing people jobs. And then this is a topical. So this is just a roll-on. And as a lot of you know, I have a really weird thing on my wrist. And it kind of gives me a lot of pain. It's from surgery. And I can just like rub it on there or my back. And this is great to like just take on the plane with you, etc. Okay, anyway, enough about that. Description box below, CBD, it's my jam. Next. I guess I totally didn't answer that whole question. Do I sleep? Yes, I sleep when I take my CBD. How do I manage work, events, classes? I mean, I make to-do lists like it's nobody's business. So I make a to-do list, and the ones on my phone in the notes section where you can give it the little circle and then you can click it when you're done. I think the fact of me able to put a check mark in it and watch it go to the bottom as it's finished, like gives me some like satisfaction that I'm doing things. So when things seem overwhelming, take it one thing at a time and just get it done. I don't know, I'm a doer. Okay, Miss Harmony, Harmon from New York. If I butcher anyone's name, I'm sorry, I love ya. Who are some of your favorite belly dancers? Yes, okay. Growing up in Alabama, I was inspired by locals only at the time. So like Petite Jamila, my teacher Aziza of Birmingham, she is still belly dancing, still teaching. She's a beautiful woman. You can actually go to azizabirmingham.com and you can check out her website if you're in Birmingham, Alabama and you want classes. She's amazing. Petite Jamila has some beautiful kids. She was on like Bellydance Superstars, so that inspired me to continue. And at the time, there was no YouTube, Instagram live feed, so we didn't have the privilege of logging on and seeing all these amazing dancers. Recently, well, in the last several years, let's see, I've been lucky to learn from like Jelena Carlano, Tommy King, Aziza of Cairo, Wally Mansour, Melanie Lane, Natalie Tedrick, incredible dancers that are in Los Angeles and all over the world. I currently learn weekly with Natalie Nazario, and she's been a fabulous instructor, really like diving in on the knowledge of everything. So she starts with like the culture, the people, the food, she really gives us the essence of every different style of belly dance and makes sure we understand what we're learning. So I really appreciate that about her. She's in New York City, Natalie Nazario. You can take her classes also. And let's see, people that I love this question because there's just so many. So I'm just going to name a few of the people that are like more old school that I really enjoy that social media has given me a chance to be able to study and learn from. So like Tito Saif, Nejwa Fawad, and Nadia Gamal. Of course, there's many more like Fifi Abdu. Fifi Abdu's Instagram is amazing. She's just living her life. Like, check her out. So belly dance for me is a creative individual expression. So every dancer kind of like plays the music in their body a different way. So that's what I feel is most beautiful about it. It's a interpretation of the core concepts and core themes of belly dance, but every dancer is very different. So that's kind of awesome. Do we have any questions on YouTube or IG right now?
Yes, I have 2.
Okay, we're gonna take 2 questions that just rolled in. Let's see.
I have 2. One from Belly Move Dance Page.
Belly Move Dance Page.
Wants you to teach belly roll and flutters.
Belly roll and flutters. Okay, so belly rolls and flutters, we actually have another question about that, so I will get into that in a minute. So perfect, stay tuned for that.
And then Arabian Hope, how do you keep your belly flat?
How do I keep my belly flat? Arabian Hope?
Yes.
Oh, I love your Insta, Arabian Hope.
I like that.
How do I keep my belly flat? I cook everything I eat for the most part. Yeah, I don't know. Yoga, dance. I think I've danced my whole life. I don't really know how to. I think everyone's body is really different. So, I mean, a lot of people have called me like a skinny belly dancer. Recently, I feel like I've kind of like, I think with the more breath work I've done, I feel like I've expanded my core a little bit and I'm actually able to do more things. I've never been able to flutter until now. I have like a little baby flutter going on that's like I've never been able to do, but with the breath work practices I've been doing and learning that I'm going to share with you in a little bit has really helped me, like, I guess almost gain more strength and control of my core, but at the same time it's like softened my core a little bit. So I don't know, my body fluctuates just like anybody else's. If I eat really healthy, if I give up bread, which is rare because I love bread, bread's my favorite, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, let's move on. Anyway,
What have you been doing since the virus?
what have I been doing since the virus?
Same person.
Okay, well, I don't know. This, here you go. Trying to connect. Okay, Amelia M from Georgia. Interior hip circles. Teach interior hip circles or OMIs. Okay, so Amelia from Georgia wants to learn interior hip circles. So we're gonna do a 30-second tutorial. So stand up with me and let's do interior hip circles. Those are also called internal hip circles or an OMI, O-M-I. I will put up a full tutorial on this soon for you. So OMIs are if you engage your belly, bend your knees. We're gonna take our hips to the right, so push to the right. Then I want you to do a pelvic tuck. So I want you to draw your hips in and tuck, yeah? Then I want you to take your hips to the left, whoop, and then take your hips back. So release, boop. So we have right, front, side, back, or opposite direction, left, front, side, back. Now, they can move rotating around. So we want to wind the hip in. So that is your internal interior hip circle. To the right, internal interior hip circle. To the left. I will give you a full tutorial soon on my YouTube. Yes, if you haven't accessed my free classes yet, go to my YouTube, Janelle Issis. Click on free classes DIY. There are 30 free classes, breakdowns, all that good stuff. Thanks for your question, Amelia. Charlie Nabak from Detroit. How to make a good quarantine bagel. Okay, I really love to cook, but I don't make bagels because I don't need more bread in my life. If you're in New York, well, I don't know if Brooklyn Bagel is open, but Brooklyn Bagel is my jam. Anyway, let's keep going. Dream Girl 2000X from Iran. Your age. Do I answer this? Do I answer this?
I don't know if you're old enough to answer.
I don't know if I'm old enough to answer this question. I think dance keeps me young, and I think I have some awesome Palestinian genes in me. So My birthday is April 24th. How about on April 24th, I'll tell you my age. And if you know my age, you can comment it below. I really don't care. It's all good. Okay, in my mind, I'm 25 forever. Alaa Alaa from Lebanon, your journey with dancing. Okay, I'm gonna make this short and sweet for you. Since I was 4 years old, I have danced. I grew up doing tap, jazz, a little bit of ballet, musical theater. It was solely for the purpose of fun. It was never a career choice. And then, let's see. So Bellydance was like my secret. I started 4 years old. My sitty, my grandmother, would sing to me in Arabic. She taught me how to move my hands, little things like that. I soon started doing dance shows for the church, St. George Greek Catholic Church in Alabama. So our international food festival started doing more like international type events and performing. People started to find out around like 13, 14, like middle school stuff. Got made fun of a lot, all the names in the book, because there's just a lot of common misconception to belly dance in general. So then went to college. That's when I realized dance could be a career. Woohoo! So I did a lot of ballet, which I did not love, but thankful for it. And yeah, after college, I had great training in college from all the professors at University of Alabama. I got my BA in dance and my minor in nutrition. And then I was on So You Think You Can Dance shortly after moving to Los Angeles. That really propelled my career forward, being different. That was the point where I decided that what I had was unique and different, and why not use that rather than being like embarrassed of it or whatever. Also had super supportive parents. So I felt very lucky to have that. I grew my confidence in belly dance and just dived right in. It was my favorite thing, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm kind of good at this, and it just became something that I didn't want to live without. So that is my dance journey. I think the best advice I can give you is I don't take it as a job. Every job I give the same love, energy, no matter how long it is, where it is, the rate, whatever it may be. I love what I do. So I feel lucky that I've made it my career. So that is my dance journey, Alaa. Let's see, William Quest. Can you roll quarters on your belly by chance? All right, here we go. So I've never done this. When I got this question, I was like, maybe I should try this before I get live. So earlier today, I did try it once. I'm going to be honest. I was semi-successful. So let's try this. So I have a quarter. I could only find one quarter, but there's videos. I'm going to tag some links below in the description box later of people who do this, and it's unbelievable. Like, they're so entertaining. They'll put a whole row of quarters and they'll flip them one by one up and then all the way down and up again. Anyway, let's try this. So give me just a second. I've got to like adjust my skirt for a moment. So taking a break. Okay. All right, and we're back. So I'm going to try to roll this quarter on my belly, but I need to be like kind of laying down. Does that work? So here we go. If you have a quarter at home, we're going to lay the quarter on your belly. So lay your quarter on your belly, and you're going to come up as if you were doing a camel, and I'm gonna flip it down. Woo, that's one. And then let's see if I can flip it up. Tuck. Ah! And yep, not going anywhere. Let's try to go down one more time. Oh wait, there we go. Back up. So rolling down and rolling up. How'd you do? Did you get it? Okay, so let me know in the description box below if you were able to roll your quarter I'm pretty proud of that. I think next I'll try like 3/4 and we'll just keep moving that on up. That's an old Egyptian, like, fun trick. So I think the best belly dancers are ones that entertain you more than with just dance, the ones that can like talk to their audience, the ones that can engage, the ones that can have a little fun and do some like kooky things. So that's a great question. That's fun. Thanks, William. Let's see. Umi Jessiya Yawaza. I'm sorry, I have no clue what your name is. But from Japan, how to make choreography for drum solo. Okay. I also have a question from With Love Ruba from San Diego. Hey, what's up, my Palestinian sister? And Orfavelian asked belly dance choreographies also. So drum solo choreographies, belly dance choreographies in general. How I approach choreography. Be the music. That is my number one tip that I tell my students once I give them something. I don't want them to look like me. I want them to be the music. So if I can't hear the music, I want to see the music run through your body. So I want to see the sharp, the percussive, the fluid. I want to see and hear all of those sounds, if that makes sense. Now, to not get overwhelmed with a drum solo, because drum solo music can get very overwhelming, I always think of my concepts. Audience interaction. How can I engage my audience to be a part of the drum solo with me? How can I make them have more fun? Because I'm entertaining, right? I want my audience to be a part of that. So I break my music down in sections. So I may be like, okay, section 1 is 4 8 counts, section 2 is 6 8 counts, or maybe this one's only 6 counts and this is 2 counts. However it is, I break it down on a piece of paper. This already clears my brain to help me tackle each section. I do the same thing with any choreography I'm working with. And then one section may really feel like traveling, so I'll write the word traveling down. One section may be like accents and spicy, or I kind of write the mood of the section down and find a way to transition from each section into the next. Let's see. So don't get overwhelmed. Think creatively and diversify your movement. So what I mean by that, thinking creatively and diversifying your movement, is levels, speed change, angles, personality. Yeah, so making sure that the same things aren't just happening throughout the whole thing, right? I work with a lot of people on developing choreography. So if you're listening, levels, you could do the same move, but if you take that same move and change it to a different level, then maybe change the speed, then maybe change the angle of the viewer, how we see that move, it's gonna look like a completely different move. Maybe you start to travel with it. Maybe you lower all the way down and do the same move. So drum solos are really, really fun. That's a great question from Japan, San Diego. Everyone, thank you so much for that one. I love that. Let's see. So the question about belly dance choreographies in general, meet me Thursday, same time, YouTube and Instagram, and I'm going to do a full dance tutorial. I think it'll be much easier to learn on YouTube because you'll be able to see the whole space, and hopefully I'll have an assistant that day, maybe Jessica Bostani, who lives in Florida, my best friend, will be helping me teach that. So I'm really excited about that. Also, description box below, I will put the link to what we're learning on Thursday. So this Thursday, the 26th, yeah? Cool. And let's keep going. Mad Zikam from Poland wants to know 2 veils technique. I don't really use 2 veils often. That's something I'm playing with as well. I unfortunately have no veils with me to show you anything today, so maybe that's something we'll do later on my YouTube. Thanks for your question. Sophia 0303 Jackie from Boca Raton, Florida. So Sophia, this is what I think is so cool about social media. Like, I've made a friend. Like Sophia, so I call her Sophia Rose because that's her Instagram, but that's her daughter's name. So Jackie from Boca Raton, literally we talk all the time. She's a mom, she's super cool, she's living her life, she's an amazing woman, and we've literally become friends, which is really awesome to me. And she asked, shake my hips and to have abs. So we're gonna go over really quick a hip shimmy together. And to have abs, that's just, I think anything with belly dancing really strengthens and lengthens your pelvic floor in general. So if you continue to do these isolated movements, like any kind of somatics, belly dance somatics, like technique stuff is what really strengthens and lengthens. Also, like I do yoga and Pilates and those types of things. So you'll never find me running on a track, but you'll find me in a yoga class or a Pilates class. So let's work on our hip shimmy together. Yeah, I lost my place. Here it is. Okay, so stand on up with me. You're gonna just bend your knees a little, yeah? And I want you to engage your core. So we always engage our core. So this is your basic posture. Knees are just soft, not super bent, just soft, belly in. I like to call this my wiggle shimmy or my modern shimmy. And I'm gonna push my hips right and left. And all I'm doing is switching my knees back and forth, yeah? Switch your knees back and forth, engage your belly. You can bring your arms out and a little forward and push, 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 push. So we have our hip shimmy. Now, in order to isolate our lower body, we are working our obliques because we're pressing side to side. We're not doing a straight leg jiggle, wiggle, shimmy. We are bending and pressing, pressing, pressing. So you are really working your obliques here. To keep this from moving, I'm gonna ground my shoulders down, put my hands as if they're on a table so you can pretend your hands are on a table. Do not move your upper body. Hold that core in and find your shimmy. So shimmy, 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 shimmy. Ready, we're gonna go for 10 seconds. 10, 9, squeeze that belly, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And you should feel some heat in your lower back and some heat in your core. If you're feeling pain in your lower back, that means you are not engaging your belly enough, or maybe you're just, it takes time to build strength, right? Anything worth doing takes a little bit of time, so have patience with yourself. All right, let's keep going. Thanks, Sophia. Okay. Marcourt Mariana from, I don't know where you're from, Mariana. How to breathe. So this is great. We can actually add this to, okay. I love this. How to breathe. So I'm going to add this to Debbie from Ohio's question. Is it possible to learn stomach flutters after one has had a C-section? So mamas out there, let's chat. Well, 2 C-sections. I don't seem to feel my stomach muscles all the way. Totally understandable. So that has a lot to do with your breath work. I have not had any children, so I feel like I don't have a huge place and really responding to this or giving you like clear advice. But, you know, the surgical extraction of your precious like little bundle of joy has weakened your abdominal wall, right? Your abdominal muscles. But toning exercises can restore strength and definition back to your area. So that also just takes time and patience, yeah? So I'm gonna do a little research because I do know of some amazing belly dancers who are mamas, yeah? And they specialize in belly dance somatics. So belly dance somatics is really like those little tiny movements that start to reconstruct your abdominal wall. And I think that's something that could help a lot. So a regular workout practice can promote increased blood flow to the area, which means like more oxygen to the area, which means it just takes some time and patience to get that back in shape and where you want it. Now, with the reason I'm adding this to the how to breathe question is because this little exercise could be something that could help my mamas who are trying to reattach and like feel their core again, if that makes sense. So I'm actually gonna do this from sitting down for a second, but I'm gonna have you exhale deeply, suck your belly up, and then I want you to pump your core, your abdominal wall, your diaphragm. I want you to drop your diaphragm down and up. I know that sounds a little strange, but if you have some gravity helping you, so if you were to like kind of lean over a little bit, now we have gravity in play, I'm going to exhale fully, lift my diaphragm. I can't think of the word diaphragm today. And I'm going to drop my diaphragm 5 times. So do it with me. We're going to exhale. Good. And we're going to do that again. Yeah, it's a little harder if you were to stand up. It's a little easier if you're to lean over. So standing up, we're gonna exhale fully. Lift your diaphragm. 1, 2, 3. Good. So that contract and release is you're kind of teaching, you're creating space and you're dropping, you're gaining some mental connection to that space so that you can start to really push and pull and gain some flexibility and strength in your abdominal wall. This can also help reattach that abdominal wall and feel your muscles. So we're gonna do this one more time, but this time we're gonna hold it up, drop it down, hold it up, drop it down. So it's a little bit different. Let's just do 3. So exhale fully. Good. So trying that a few times, repeating the exercise a couple of times, it may make you feel a little woozy depending on if you just ate, but that's a great exercise that when I was driving, I don't have a car now that I live in New York, but I would do that while driving. So if you have a car, you can do it while you're stopped at a stoplight. You can do it sitting down, standing up. You can do it on all fours if you're on the ground, like if you're in yoga. That can really help you lift and release. But you have to exhale. So exhale creates space, yes? If you're fully inhaled, I have nowhere to go. I can't lift my diaphragm up and drop it because it's full of air. So exhale and try that, yeah? I hope that helps you, Debbie and Mariana. Well, let's see. I think we're done. Oh, wait. We're not done. I missed 3. 3 more. Okay. Laura May today from Detroit. Hey, girl. How can I isolate and strengthen the upper and lower abdominals separately? Okay, so this is a little different. This is a perfect question to feed right into this. This is an exercise. I have my own exercises, but we did a really fun exercise with Natalie Nazario recently, and it was just really simple. So all we did was focused on squeezing the upper and then focused on squeezing the lower. I do have high-waisted skirt on right now, so you might not be able to see as well. But if you're focusing on squeezing the upper, it's just here. Squeeze and release. And then the lower, let's see. The lower is a little lower. So the lower belly, lower belly, lower belly, upper belly, lower belly. It's really tiny, yes? So moving from upper to lower. And little things like pushing, pulling, contracting. So those deep undulations, upper and lower. Upper press, lower press, upper pull, lower pull. Upper press, lower press, contract, contract, release upper, release lower, contract upper, contract lower. So that's a rolling pull. So that's something that I like to do. Yeah? So I hope that answers or helps your question. Laura May today. What a great Instagram from Detroit. All right, we have 2 more. Randria F. Randria. Am I saying that right? From Brazil. I want to come visit you, Randria. Camels and where am I from? Okay, so I'm going to teach you a camel move, which is an undulation, which we actually just did for you. And where am I from? I'm originally from Alabama. Yeah, roll tide, whoop whoop. Went to University of Alabama, grew up in Alabama, lived in California for a little bit, and now I live in New York. And currently I'm in Florida at my family's other fun little place. Okay, so and then Drizki and Aman from the UK asked, camel moves backwards, reverse. So let's do those 2. Yeah, and then we have one more question after this. So where are we? Camels. So a camel is actually more of your whole body, yeah? So that's a chest, belly, hip, knee situation. So you're using your spine versus just your muscular wall. So sometimes we like to do our camels like right here. If you were to hold a bowl in your hands, put them up, and then drop it down. We have a camel, hey, hey. So that's one of your classic core moves is an Egyptian camel. And then the camel can go straight just to the belly, or it can be the whole body, right? Kind of like any kind of body roll in like hip hop, other styles of dance. Same concept, and anything undulating, like the ocean undulates, it waves, it moves. And then we have our reverse camel. So reverse camel is tuck, in, lift. So your reverse camel is going from the center of your pelvic floor, whoomp, 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 face. So reverse, ka. So imagine you have a wall, and you're gonna lay your hips on the wall, and then you're gonna tuck in, and then you're gonna lay your belly on the wall, your heart on the wall, and then your face. So you roll it back down, tuck, in, chest, face. Yeah, so there is your reverse. Reverse, forward, reverse, 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 reverse. Fluid, reverse, camel. All right, last question, and then I'll check really quick before we sign off to see what anyone else has to say. Whew, talking a lot. Okay. Debbie, oh, we got that. Little shimmy dance, Eliza. So what's up, little shimmy dance? We've been chatting too a lot. It's so nice to like talk to you. I hope you're there hanging out with us. Ways to travel, tips on improving lines, and a stronger shimmy. Okay, I want to touch on the stronger shimmy first because we just did our basic hip shimmy. You do not want to beat your heels or tap your toes. Some dancers like to have their heels together. Some like to be parallel. I like to be close together. For me, I have a stronger shimmy when I have one foot forward and one back a little bit. I'm able to really shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. There's different ways, but really pressing, soft bend in your knees and really pushing through the floor. So driving your energy up from the earth, for me, is like keeping grounded. That's for me what gives me that strong, strong shimmy. And it depends on what kind of shimmy you're doing. Are we doing a straight leg, like quivery shimmy, or are we doing like a more juicy hip shimmy? So really driving your energy from the floor is my tip for that. Grounded, earthy, all that good stuff. And let's see, ways to travel, tips on improving lines. Take some ballet or take even like a Pilates class, anything that's a bar class, like really thinking about, I think about my energy really moving through my fingertips, my limbs, like your energy has to keep going, right? So I don't know how to explain that without you in front of me and like kind of checking you out also, but any kind of dance class that's going to focus on the lengthening of your limbs, like I focus a lot on this area, if that makes sense, when I'm teaching, like really teaching isolations, all the core movements. And then I tend, when I have dancers who come in that have beautiful training, it's sometimes hard for them to tap into this, but then their limbs and their legs are so long and their pointed, beautiful feet. So I've been trained in different styles of dance my whole life, so that's something that's kind of there, but I'm still constantly working. Like I do not have those like cashew gorgeous feet like some of my friends, yeah? You know, those feet they point and like their toes touch the ground and it's beautiful. So that's something I'm constantly working on improving is like lengthening my legs through movements, keeping your legs closer together. It depends on the move. That's a tough question for me. Ways to travel. So ways to travel, a 1, 2, 3 hold, a grapevine step, a front to back step. I haven't done a tutorial on that, so that's a good, I will do a tutorial on OMIs, a full tutorial for my YouTube, yeah. I will do a tutorial on a few different ways to travel, just traveling steps, like fillers, like when you're in a room, you want to engage with your audience, especially when you're in a, you know, some kind of lounge or something where you really want to like get to dance for these guys and dance for these guys. So yeah, traveling steps for sure I will give you. So the few that I mentioned, you can not hold hands with your loved ones because we are social distancing. So you can pretend to hold hands with your loved ones, and you're gonna step your left foot across and your right foot out to the side and your left foot back and your right foot out to the side, yeah? So it's just crossing front, side, back, side. And that's just your grapevine step. You could hold hands and do that, or you could just walk. So that's one traveling move, or you could just walk, yes? Walk and shimmy, walk and hips. Super cool. Thank you so much. This is like kind of wild. Thanks for joining me. Lastly, if you're interested in the CBD that I talked about earlier, it's in the description box below. That is On Duty CBD, farmed and created by veterans. It's made in Kentucky, so in the US. It's 100% organic and clean. And thank you guys. I will see you on Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern time. And we're gonna do a full choreography. So we're gonna dance. Come ready to dance and hang out. I'm gonna keep it at an hour. Anything else? What is my favorite belly dance move? Who's that from? Can you see? Let me see. Somebody in PA, my favorite belly dance move. I don't know. It has to do with the music. I like a good shimmy. Oh, Deanna, thank you. Love you. Mwah. She can't see our comments. No, I can't. She's far away. I am far away from my phone. I'm trying. Janelle is Aurora been thinking about DM. I've been waiting.
Aurora the goddess wanted to dance with you today.
Oh, Aurora. Okay, Thursday, Aurora, we're gonna dance together, yeah? Okay, Zodenzita _PA, your favorite belly dance move. Okay, maybe a single hip figure 8 because I feel like kind of like sassy when I do it. So let me show you that. So I like to pull my hair up, whoop, whoop, and then you roll your hip back. So you can practice rolling the hip back, back. Then you can practice rolling the hip front, front. So I just made a circle, and I'm gonna make a circle, yeah? Now I'm gonna put those two circles together in one move. Circle back, dip it low, circle front, dip it down, back and down, and hey, and work it, and move, and yes. Then this foot's ready to cross and turn. It's kind of like my version of a bend and snap, a cross and turn. So that is my favorite move. I think we have them. Any tips for flutters, belly vibration? Yeah, re-watch. I went through that for tips for flutters. The exhale, lift, drop that belly. Let's see, reverse camel looks tricky. Cool. Cool. I never knew I was doing a camel. I love it. All right. Thank you all. All right, YouTube, thank you so much. If you need better audio on Insta, you can check this video out on YouTube. It'll be there. And I will see you on Thursday. Yes? Thank you guys.